So this is called Look Ma No Stand. These come in like little sets, and I bought a set, or they come in individuals, right? And they're not that expensive. But the idea is, gosh, I don't want to misquote. It says it's a slumping form that's an easy way to create a freestanding custom glass art without the need for additional stand, right? You put your glass here, it slumps down here, and then when it comes out of the kiln, it'll have kind of this shape, this, and so it will be freestanding. This is just to keep your glass from sliding off. It says spray it with boron nitrate, 3 coats. So I did like 1 really liberal coat, and then I use fiber paper. Do this in a well-ventilated area, right? Then I'm going to take this fiber paper and set it on there. I don't want to do it yet because this isn't dry. I pre-made 2 pieces, and I made a little pocket, so there's a clear piece on top of it. And I leave that little tab so that the glass doesn't go over the fiber paper. But now I have to trim it because I want to put it on here, and I don't want that fiber paper to keep it from being where it should be. So now ideally what's going to happen is this is going to bend over, and I'll take this out and I'll have a photo frame. And the second piece I did, I fused it flat, the firing schedule that I used for both of these, 300, 1200 degrees, 30 minutes, as fast as possible to 1380, 10 minutes, then 999 to 930 minutes. I'm going to make a clock. If I slumped it right now and then tried to drill it, it would be almost impossible. So I drilled the hole now. I used a piece of fiber paper here. I'm going to roll it up, put it in the hole, trim it off. I don't want that hole to close up, but it would be too hard to drill after it bends. So I drilled it ahead of time. I'm holding it open so I can fit my clockworks in there. And you can see where it's going to bend, right? So I'm going to have a kaleidoscope clock and a picture frame. These will be fired using the firing schedule that comes with it. It's basically saying going up to 1200 for 15 minutes. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm doing a follow-up from yesterday. This was the one I was going to make into a clock. So that one turned out pretty good. Yeah, can you see that? Yay, yeah. If I put it on the flat wooden surface, it wobbles just a little bit. But who's ever going to be touching it? Yes, I'm very happy with it. I think it turned out great. And so pop out that center fiber paper that I used to block the hole. You remember I drilled the hole? So I just have to take off that nut, put it through, put the hands on, and I'll have a clock. I'll post a picture on Facebook.com, Susan McGarry Glass. This one, though, you remember this is the photo frame. Look what it did. Boo. And, you know, I'm just thinking that it was further from the heating elements, further from the hottest part of my kiln, something. So it's just going to go back in. Not a big deal. Thank you for watching. Hi, everybody. I want to show you the finished pieces. The first one I finished yesterday was the clock, so you can kind of see the hands. I love it. And then the other one I did yesterday, remember this didn't fold enough. They said to go to 12, I went to 1250 just to really bend this glass, and it worked just fine. That's what the photo frame looks like. And you can see the clarity of the picture and the clarity of it in the glass, you know, still really good, really good. And that's because I not only had that, what was it, 1/4 inch, 1/8 inch fiber paper in there, but I also put the papyrus, that like thin fire papyrus paper over it so that the clear glass would be very smooth. You don't want that rough texture because then it would obscure your picture. I tried to knock it over. Look at that. It does not want to knock over. It's got a really good bend in it. It really stands well. We were talking about this little seam right here because I didn't full fuse it. I just have a little bit of a contour there. And no, it held up really well. These are the finished pieces. That's them. just wanted to show you how they turned out. I'm very pleased with them. Frame could lay on its side. I tried that, and it stands up very straight. See, because there's nothing so it would tip over very easy. There's nothing letting it lean back a little bit. All right, guys, that's it. Have a good day. Be cool, honey bunnies. Thanks for watching. Bye. Oh, I saw a thing. And you could angle the glass that drapes. Ooh, I like the way you think. Oh, I love that idea. Love it. Where's my pen? This one. Yep. So if you just gave this and this, you know, if you cut the glass, dual purpose. I know. God, you guys are awesome. Okay, they're not the same, but you got the idea. If you cut your glass originally like this, and you'd really have to work on this angle, make sure it's right. But if you cut it like this, fused it flat, and then slumped it, then it would work this way. It would still work this way, even though there was no glass there, right? That's enough. This way. It would work this way, or it would work this way. You know, I think I'm going to take it to my saw and cut it. All right, guys, that's it. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for hanging in there. Yes, sharing promotes ideas. I absolutely agree. That's one of the reasons I love doing this. I love hearing from you guys. Okay, thanks to someone's suggestion, I modified the photo frame. Remember, it stood like this, and the photo frame sat like this. You remember it used to have, let's see, they're not the same, but did it matter? No. You want to know how I did it? I set it on my workbench like this, on the table like this, so this was flat. And I took my glass cutter and cut. And let's see how it works, shall we? Because those are the leftover pieces. Oh, and I did grind it just a little bit, just to sand it a little bit, so it kind of has a little, not so sharp. So it's a photo frame this way, it's a photo frame this way, and it's a photo frame this way. So take out the photo, and you can see it stands up beautifully. Look at that. It's a winner. So anyway, I recommend you cut your glass with this little angle cut off before you do this, so that you don't have to be on a tile saw after the fact. But anyway, just wanted to show you it worked out. All right, guys, thanks for joining. Talk to you later. Bye.